Soleil is a wonderful concentrated form of electrolytes and one of the best ways to hydrate our bodies. Hi everyone, I'm so excited to be here for another healthy recipe, and in this video I am going to make Soleil. If you're new to the Happy Now Olivia community, my name is Olivia, and I'm passionate about being happy and healthy. I believe we're all responsible for our own happiness, and I believe anyone who puts in the work can be happy now. So stay tuned for this healthy recipe video. Soleil is a supercharged saturated salt water full of electrolytes and minerals that I drink every day. And to make it is very easy. We need salt, a quart jar, and water. That's it. It is super easy. So let's get to it. In a quart jar, what I have here is about a cup of salt. That's a lot. You don't need that much. But just to make sure, that's actually what I'm going to put. So I didn't put the whole cup of salt. You don't really need to. It's probably about an inch into the bottle. And then you're going to add water. And you're going to leave about a half an inch at the top. You're going to cover it and shake it. And that's it. But there are a couple little things that I want to mention. So basically, what you want to do, after you shake it, you want to leave it overnight. And what's going to happen the next day is you're going to have this, okay? A perfectly saturated water. And it's been saturated in this case with the Himalayan salt. And you want to see the crystals still at the bottom. Okay, if what you see the next day is this, you can see here there are no crystals. There's basically just some sediment at the bottom. That means all the salt was absorbed and it still needs more. It can still be, it can still get more saturated. Okay, so you want to add more salt that day and then wait until you basically get this the next morning. And it doesn't have to be this many salt crystals. As long as you can see salt crystals, you're good to go. This over here is a Celtic salt, a Celtic sea salt, Soleil. I've been saying sol for the longest time, and then I found out it's actually pronounced Soleil from the Latin sol, which means sun. So this is Celtic sea salt. If you guys have watched my salt video, you know I use 3 different types of salt. So I wanted to show you 3 different types of Soleil, and this one is with real salt, the salt from Utah, the ancient sea from Utah. So essentially what you can see in all of them is that you see the clear saturated water and the sediment of salt or salt crystals underneath. You want it to have that salt. That's how you know it's done. And for example, the one that I just made, you can see how muddy it is. The next morning it's going to be clear like this. Really beautiful. I love making the different kinds too because I get to see the different colors. For example, the Celtic sea salt with its beautiful gray color versus the pink color of the Himalayan salt. So practically what I do every day is, really after I wake up in the morning, unless I did it the night before, is I grab my Soleil and I take a tablespoon, and you want to use plastic or wood, or in my case, what is this? What is that called? Silicone. Okay, silicone is a much better alternative than plastic. So you want to grab, what I do, I've already figured this out for myself, is I take a tablespoon of Soleil and I add it to a quart of water, basically, or a 32-ounce water bottle. And that's it. I have a supercharged electrolyte filled, mineral-rich water to drink for the day. This is not the only thing I add to my water, but that is for another video. But if this is all you do, you are already far ahead when it comes to being properly hydrated and getting your minerals in for the day. So this is one of the ways that I get in minerals. I drink Soleil water. I drink water with Soleil, and obviously I eat salt. So those are two ways that I get salt every day into my diet and minerals. I'm actually pretty thirsty right now, so I'm gonna drink some. And you can't tell, this is not salty, okay? If it is salty, you've put too much Soleil in. This tastes just, actually it tastes not, it just tastes like filtered water. In fact, it probably tastes a little bit better because it has that flavor for the minerals, but it is not salty. One tip that I have is don't use a plastic cap to cover the Soleil because it doesn't seal properly and the rim of the bottle will start to smell and it won't be good. Okay, the Soleil doesn't go bad, but basically the bottle gets nasty over here at the lip, and you don't want that. You want to use the regular metal lids for the ball jars. At the same time, you don't want to touch the Soleil with metal. The bottom of this lid is not metal, it's covered, right? And even if it is, you're shaking it, and that's about the only time it's going to come in contact with the metal, and then it's fine. If you just take some Soleil with a metal spoon, that's probably not going to make that much of a difference or a reaction with the salt and the water, but salt basically corrodes metal, right? So you don't want that metal to corrode and leach into the salt and into the salt water. So don't leave a spoon hanging out in the Soleil, okay? Just use silicone or wood or plastic if you must. So some of you may say to me, Olivia, am I really going to take the trouble to make this Soleil? I mean, really? And I can say to you, yes, it was easy. Look at how quick this recipe is. This is such an easy way to get minerals into your diet. And not only that, but I actually think it looks beautiful. I love the way this looks on my kitchen, you know, wherever I have it. It's just pretty to look at. But beyond it being pretty, it is actually very nourishing and super easy to do. So what's my bottom line? Soleil helps me stay hydrated. It helps me get minerals into my day. So I drink it every day. I have for years now, and I will continue to do so. Which Soleil do I prefer? Well, I've been using Himalayan salt Soleil for years now, but I'm actually about to switch to trying Celtic Himalayan salt. You guys know that Celtic salt is my favorite salt to cook with and to eat. It is actually considered by the premier chefs in the world to be the best salt, and I understand why, because just try it. It is delicious. So I'm actually considering now doing Soleil with Celtic salt and seeing if I feel a difference, etc. I'm always experimenting and doing things like this, but I've read that the mineral content in Celtic sea salt actually surpasses the content of Himalayan salt, so I want to find out for myself. So let me know when you try Soleil what you feel. If you feel a difference in your energy levels and your vitality, if you're doing a workout, do you feel more hydrated afterwards? There's so many ways in which being hydrated helps us, and drinking Soleil water is so wonderful. If you're new to the Happy Now Olivia community, please subscribe. Why? Because I share with you everything that I've learned and that I'm still learning about being happy and healthy, and we can learn together. I truly believe that happiness and positivity can spread millions of times more than hate and negativity, and they can change the world one person at a time. Thanks for watching. See you next video.